Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This video is specifically about the book haul video. So recently I got few books and I have purchased a few books also. So like you can see that there are so many books that I wanted to talk about. So I thought rather than talking about on the Instagram stories or posting only quotes, let's make a dedicated video that what are the books that I brought in last week or the first week of January that you can definitely buy. I will put all the link in the description, and this video is kind of talking about books, overview about the books. I have not read all the books. I have read few books on the Kindle, but I have also purchased them for the physical copy because I feel those are the books that you should definitely have in your cupboard or the bookshelf. So let's get into the video and see what are the books that I have received for the review copy, for what are the books that I brought last week. So first book is going to be this book. You can see that the book name is Happy Sexy Millennial by the Stephen. So this book is all about unlimited truth about fulfillment, love and success. I really wanted to read this book. I have listened to this audiobooks like 20%, and then I thought rather than going for the audiobook I should check out the physical copy because it sounds so much promising and you can learn so many things. So if we talk about this book, about the Stewart, so he was this book starts with as an 18-year-old black, broke, lonely, insecure university dropout from a bankrupt family. I wrote in my diary that I wanted to be happy sexy millionaire by the age of 25. And when he became the 25, he sold his company for around $300 million. That's a really, really big amount. So it's a story about his life and what he learned, what he talked about, life and fulfillment. If you are looking for something good, then you should definitely check out this book. I'm going to do the specific review about this book in later some point. So make sure you stay tuned for that, or join our Telegram group or the newsletter if you want to discuss this book with me. So this is the first book. Second book, actually trilogy. The two books. First one is Keep Going by the Austin Coley. The second one is Show Your World, and there is also third book, Still Like an Artist. I have yet to receive that book. It's in the it's in transition. Sometimes Amazon takes 1 to 2 weeks to deliver some kind of books. So this book's about the creativity and how to become a creator. So Show Your Work, this book where I started my journey about online creation, my blog, website. So Show Your Work, it's a very short book, like you can finish this book in less than 30 minutes. Keep Going, when you feel like a little bit of demotivated and you feel like you should not do anything, then this book helps. Like there are 10 tips that will help you to keep going. So that's the reason this is the another books that I bought. Then the next book I received is Unlearn. You can see that the book. Next book is Unlearn, 100 Truths from the Better Life. If you are following me on the Instagram, then you already know that I post these kind of quotes, and this is from this book. I'm going to make a dedicated post for this book on the Instagram, so make sure you follow for that on the Instagram. It's a kind of, again, the 100 lessons they talk about, 100 simple truths for the better life, which basically talk about what are the truths about life, what you should know, and a lot of things. It's a good book. It's easy to read and easy to understand. If you're looking for something, then make sure you check out Unlearn also. The next book that I bought because of my traveling journey. If you are follow me on the second channel, that is Life of Ronak, where I talk about vlogs, my lifestyle, whatever I do, everything in my life. I will put the link in the description. You can go check out that channel for the vlogs. So whenever I travel, when we are with the friends, and there is always this question that what types of games we should play. And we are either play Antakshari, Dam Sharaj, but there are so many games that we can play. So this reason I brought this game, drinking games and hangover curse. So basically this book contains all the games that you can play in the night. So it's a really amazing book. There are so many books and so many games that you can play rather than just playing your normal game, and you can be a famous person because you know a lot of games, and this will definitely help you. Next book I received from the HarperCollins, which is the Happiness Trail, and this book is the roadmap to the success. It's basically understanding the happiness. Well, I'm not much into right now into the self-help because obviously it's kind of 40% that I read non-fiction, but 60% times I try to read the fiction because fiction is something that gives a lot of pleasure or the fulfillment for me. But the Happiness Trail, this book is specifically about how in this competitive world how you can go and live the happily. So that's the reason this book is for that. I will put the link in the description. It's a very again a short book, so if you want something happiness related, you can check out this book. Next book that I received from again HarperCollins is the Gary Vaynerchuk book, that is 12 and a half. Review of this book is already up on the Twitter, and I'm going to make a dedicated video for this, so I guess you have to wait for that. It's a really good book. I mean, 12, it's a kind of book that you need in the different situation where you feel like what are you feeling, what are those different emotions. In that case, this will definitely help you. 12 and a half, it's basically talks about the 12 ingredients that you need in your life, like gratitude, kindness, a lot of things. So I'm not going to talk much about it because the review is already up on my website, and you will surely receive everything in the newsletter also. So if you are not subscribed to the newsletter, so make sure you subscribe to the newsletter. So this is a really good book. The next few books are from the Niyogi books. Like I have set of all the books, so we will go each one by one, and then we will see what are those books about. The one book that I received is Anthology of the New Writer, Selected Short Stories. Short stories is something I really enjoy. It's amazing to read short stories. I mean, each story is hardly of page of 1 to 10 pages. Like I have read many short stories, translated short stories from the different languages, and those are really beautiful. So if you're looking for the something short stories, then you should definitely check out this book, Anthology of the New Writer, Selected Short Stories by Women Writers. So it's going to be a good read, hopefully. So whenever I will done with this, then I will post on my website and the newsletter. The next book I have received is The Generation. So Generation by Neela. So this book is talk about inspiration from the childhood memories, childhood experience, and the observation of man-woman relationship. So it's basically probably is going to be about the different generation, how they feel, how they walk, how they talk. A lot of reason about that. The reason I'm wearing this is because it's cold here and I don't want to get sick anytime soon. So that's the reason I'm wearing this hoodie. So don't feel like I'm just wearing for the fashion. So Generation is about that book. So probably I will again read this book. I'm not sure how many books I'm going to read this year, because this year I have not put any number. It's just that I have to read one book per week. That's the basic goals I have. Next is another book that I received, Indra Goswami, 5 novella about women. Again translated from the Assami language. It says that not only through the speech, try to convince with your body also. When someone talks to you, a young love like this, all his orthodox pride, anger and vati comes to the knot. The tiger turns into the mouse. So I'm not sure how this is going to be turn out, this book, but let's see. Let's give it a try, and then we can see how this book will be. Next book I have received recently is Masala and Murder. You can check out this here. So Masala and the Murder, I don't know what is this book is about. So probably after when I read this book, then I will know that what is this book about. But with the title and the says, it's look like it's a kind of going to be a story where where it's going to be about the Indian industries and the investigation, and it should be some masala in that. That's why the Masala and the Murder. Sorry, Masala and the Murder. Yeah. So after whenever I finish this book, then I will see what are my thoughts, and probably I will talk about this on the Twitter. And the last book I received is this book. You can check out, this is a hardcover book, One Love and the Many Lives. So a student, it's actually interesting book. I mean, if you check out these captions, then you will realize a student and a boarding school falls in love with English teacher who vanished. His still-young grandfather visited Russia and returned changed and terrified. His roommates become a godman riding a tide of religious sentiment. Can corporate interest, fake news and power corrupt the truth? So probably it's going to be a thriller ride, because this book is for the Booker Prize winner 2003, and sometimes those are the really good books. So let's get into this book also. This book is more look promising rather than other. So probably I'm going to read The Generation first and then this book, and then obviously this one, The Happiness Trail. And the first book I have started already reading is Happy Sexy Millennial. So these are the few books that I have recently bought. There are few books on the Kindle also. But Kindle, how to show Kindle books, I have no idea. Rather than just showing the picture, it's not worth it. So I will just post Kindle on the Instagram stories or the Telegram group. So make sure you join for that. If you love books, then you should be in the community where we talk a lot about books, upcoming books that you should read. Let me know out of this book which one books that is your favorite or you are going to read in this year. And apart from that, if you have any other suggestion that you should that I should read those books, then let me know into the comment. And if you are an author and if you want to send me the books, you can send me the book. I cannot promise the review right now, but if I get the time, then I will try to review those books. So that's everything about the books that I have purchased in January. I am trying to make every month I will try to make the video on how many books I have purchased or what are the books I have purchased. So make sure you share this video with all of those people who love books. And that's everything about today. So if you are the person who are interested to read more books in 2020, check out this video where I shared the books that you should read in 2020. And if you are the person who are into the audiobooks or the Kindle like me, check out this video where I shared the best audiobooks that you should try. So that's all for today's video. See you in the next one.